Okay, let's go ahead and look at the final example of a query. In this one, we're doing some deletion. Our function takes one parameter called seconds ago, which is the cutting off point for where we want to start deleting items from our table. And we have our original query commented out here. And then here's our new query. We're using a function called dbDelete, which is very similar to what we saw with dbInsert. This is an example of a dynamic query, and what we're doing is daisy chaining methods to this original object to build the query and then execute it. In this case, our query is very simple. We just have one condition, which in a straight SQL statement will begin with where, but in a object, in a database API object, what we're going to do is run the condition method on it. And as the first parameter, we're going to pass it the column. And as the second parameter, we're going to pass it the value to test against. And then as the third, we're going to pass the operator. So what we're saying here is that the timestamp column should be less than request time minus seconds ago. So request time is now, and seconds ago will be however many seconds in the past. So we're going to delete everything that was created before that point. And then we're daisy chaining another method here to actually execute the query. And once this execute runs, the query runs. And the value returned from execute is the number of items that were deleted. And so we're going ahead and using that as the return value for the function because it might be useful in some cases. Now, one thing to take note of here, which is new, is that we're using a method called condition. And this is basically like a where statement. And it's just separated out into its components, which makes it very easy to adjust later on. So for example, if we pass this query on to another module, and they wanted to extend this seconds ago by 100 seconds, they could just add it to that without having to affect any of the other aspects of the query. Or they could change the operator to delete everything newer than this certain value.